Today we'll be looking at our next feature, which is POS. Basically, this is where the magic happens. This is where now home. That's the most used area of this POS. This is where your waiters will be interacting with the system. This is where you'll be able to do your transaction. You make your sales to the customers. This is quite a broad part. It's a broad area, but I'll go through the basics for now, but I'll be explaining in details how this part works. As you can see on your screen, most of the times this point of sale is supposed to be used on a touch screen computer so that you may be able to harvest or make maximum use of the POS. So basically this is what the waiter will be able to come and click on this part. Okay, in most cases, we will create various users on the POS and there are various rights. And in most cases, the waiters will only have the right to open up this part. They will not be able to open up these other features. They will be closed. I will be creating a sample user and you'll be able to see. I will restrict them on using the POS because basically this is where they will be spending all their day doing sales or selling to the customers. So to make a simple demonstration on how this works, I'll just click on sale. Now I want to make a sale. Here you can see a section that has the various features at the top here. The one that's written tables, this one basically is when the customers are walking into your business and they sit on the various tables, and these are now the various tables. These are some of the various tables. We can give them specific names. We can design them to reflect the various areas. Maybe sometimes some people have bars or restaurants that have various sections. We have maybe a VIP section. We may have a regular section. We may have the counter area. So here we can always redesign this section and capture the design of your business. Others have table numbers which we can now assign to these spaces. Then at the top here we have something called customer search. This is basically more of an area where you have some regular customers that you know their names, and maybe they may not be settling their bills in cash same day. Some may opt to have an account with you so that they can eat or consume your products on credit, and at the end of the day be able to pay you at the end of a specific period, maybe a week, or to be able to pay you at the end of the month. So this is a feature that you can use to manage those type of customers. Customer tickets, this one will show us all the bills that are pending, all those orders that you've already made and they have not been settled. And then reservation is a feature that helps us to manage. There are places that you find that people will have to make reservations before they come. So they will tell you that today in the evening or tomorrow or any specific day that I'll be coming with a team of maybe 15 on this time so that you can assign them some space that when they come in they will know a specific space with specific number of seats has been reserved for them. So this feature will help manage that part. It will help manage that reservation. So this is how it will be able, you'll be able to create the data. We'll be looking at this as we'll explain as we move forward. So in the meantime, so if somebody comes in and they want to make, I want to sell, I'll just come and pick the sat on table B2. Then I have here I have the various categories. These ones I'll show you how to create this and how they relate to each other. So these are the major categories. So maybe I have the main dishes. So if I click on the main dishes, I'll be able to see a list of all the main dishes that I have. If I click on the soft drinks, I'll be able to see the various uh, soft drink items that I have. I'll have created as many as I can here. The minute I'll be creating a more complex database that I'll be able to differentiate and demonstrate how this works. At the bottom here, I can also be able to create various departments, especially for people that have various sections in their business. Somebody may have a bar and restaurant and may want to separate the bar from the restaurant. Others may have various counters. Somebody may have like 3 or 4 different counters. They may want to separate that and be able to manage the stocks at the different counters independently of the other counter. So I'll be demonstrating some of those features. But in simple terms, if I want some, we come into a business, we come into your premises, your bar or your restaurant, and we want to buy to eat a full chicken, one chicken. So I'll just select the chicken. You can see now it's highlighted here, and maybe we can, somebody may want to eat that, somebody may want to eat something different. He doesn't consume chicken, so that person may order some rice beef, and then maybe we may decide to order some soft drinks. Maybe we are two or three of us, so we can order like three sodas, and maybe somebody may want to order water. So basically, this is how you do it, and this is how they will be highlighted. Then I'll have printers connected to this POS. Again, this POS manages multiple thermal printers, which is a very key and important feature of this point of sale. Unlike other normal businesses that you have different, if you have more than one printer, at the end of the day when you're doing your printing, you'll be required to select which printer you want to use to make that, to print that specific receipt. On this one, I can have multiple printers at the various stations. Sometimes I may have a printer in the kitchen for the chef who is in the kitchen. I may have a printer at the counter for the barman who is operating the counter. I may have a printer at the barista section where maybe we are making our coffee and the various juices. I may have a printer maybe at the nyama choma area where we have somebody who is operating the butcher and the nyama choma. And the beauty of this POS is that I can be able to manage all those printers in one POS, and without the user knowing how the system is printing, because the user will just create an order. Like now, if I had a printer at the at the at the butchery area, then I can set my all the items that are in that area, like beef, chicken, or anything that is coming out of that area. Maybe nyama choma, an example. The best example would be if I am doing nyama choma, that is somebody is doing the choma there. I can set the system to say anytime I make an order for a half or a full or a quarter kg of goat meat, or goat meat or beef or pork, the system will automatically print that order at the printer that is placed at the person who is in the butcher, or who is running the grill. Anything that is coming from the kitchen, the system will be able to separate and see this thing is being coming from the kitchen. Again, it will be able to print an order in the kitchen. If in the same receipt I have an order for someone who is at the counter, at the bar counter, the system is also again also going to pick that item and print it at the bar printer. And if I have somebody even at the juices or the place where they are doing the coffees and the tea and the lattes, the same again also be able to pick the item that belongs to that section and print. So at the one given time, if I ordered from like four different departments, the system is able to split that receipt into four and print an order specifically for that section. And the person in that section will not be able to see what has been ordered in that other section. The system is able to only print the item that belongs to that specific area. So that's another very big plus or advantage of this point of sale. You can run multiple printers that will print. So by the time the waiter punches in the order, even before she is gone to the chef will have received the order, the person at the bar will have received the order. So if she walks, when she is walking towards the counter, or she can even go and pick another order, as she waits for the other the people at the various department to respond, she will walk to the bar counter and find the receipt. The order is ready. She will deliver to the customer. Then when she walks to the kitchen again, she will also find that the chef already saw the order and they are working on it. So it's basically quite a very important feature of this POS that you can use. So basically after this, you just click on cross and automatically your order, now you can see your order has been sent, and now this table is a pending order. Another big advantage of this POS is that some people may want to come and sit down and consume and keep on adding more and more on their table, and then they may want to settle that bill at the end of the day as one bill. So you can be able now to come back again. If the same people ask for another order, you can come back again to that table. You can be able to add them maybe some more water, maybe three more waters. I can add them maybe three sodas. So basically you can see this was the first order up to this point. Then from here now you have another order for these items. Again, they will be printed in the relevant section. Once that is done, at the end of the day, after that I can cross and then the system will be able to make that printing. I can always come back again to the same table and add more. Maybe somebody may have joined us and they find that we've already eaten and they may ask for no more food. So again, we can also add, and you see this one now will be printed in the kitchen. Once we click on cross, so at the end of the day, they have finished eating and they want to be given their bill. So again, I'll just come to the table and instruct the system to print a bill. Once the bill now is printed, at this stage you can realize now the system has changed the color of the table. It means that now on this table we have actually now already issued a bill, so it has now moved to the next stage. At this point again, I can still add more. I can still add more on that table. Once it's done, I'm able now to give the receipt to the customer. Once the receipt is issued to the customer, the bill itself is issued to the customer, then they will make payment using their preferred payment method. Some will pay on cash, others will pay by card, others may decide to pay using M-Pesa. So basically once that is done, now it is the part where the cashier comes in. So the waiter will take the cash or the receipt from the PDQ machine to the cashier. The cashier now will come and open the bill and be able now to settle it. So you click on settle. Again, here you can see the system as a way of managing the various payment methods. Here we'll create the various payment method. We can always create all the any number of payment method that you may be running at your facility, and you'll be able to specify which specific payment method that the customer used, because at the end of the day I may want to generate a report that will be showing me how much was paid into M-Pesa, how much was paid into cash, how much was paid by card, how much went to the account for the various customers, how many people consumed that they didn't pay but was put in the account. So when you specify the payment method, you'll be able to run such a report. So I may choose to pay the full amount. Sometimes we may want to spread that bills. This also again, this system has that feature that can help you spread the bill. Somebody might want to leave earlier than the others, so they can say maybe give me a share of my bill. They go and settle maybe out of this, maybe settle 500, 800, 1,000, and the balance will remain in the system, and we can continue adding more on that. So maybe I want to settle the full amount and I want to pay it by cash. So as you realize now, the table is free. Once that is done, our table will be free and somebody else can come in and take up that table and be able to use it. So basically that's the process of creating or making an order and adding more and more, and then how we settle that and how the system now behaves. The various color codes that type, we can always use any color of your choice. We are not limited to the color that you have seen.